Hey there, I'm Richard Brandt, Mono's historian, and you're watching Stream It Now. Amazon Prime has a real feast for movie lovers today, with some especially nostalgic treats for you children of the 70s and 80s. First, Steve Martin and Lily Tomlin and Carl Reiner's All of Me. Richard Thomas and Ernest Borgnine and Delbert Mann's made-for-TV remake of All Quiet on the Western Front. Amy Adams and Jeremy Renner and Dennis Villeneuve's Arrival, now in Ultra HD. Cicely Tyson and John Cordy's The Autobiography of Miss Jane Pittman. Willie Nelson and Gary Busey and Fred Schapisi's Western Barbarossa. Liliano Cavani's Beyond Obsession with Marcello Mastroianni and Tom Berenger. Robert Mitchum returns as Philip Marlowe in Michael Winter's critically derided remake of The Big Sleep from 1978. In some ways it sticks closer to the book, given that it transplants Philip Marlowe from LA to England. The documentary Bolivian Voices. Josh Duhamel, Laura Dern, and Maria Bello in the drama Brave Town. Burt Lancaster and Sophia Loren in a big disaster movie that was a big disaster critically and at the box office, The Cassandra Crossing. Those Duke Boys co-star with Dana Delaney in Christmas Comes to Willow Creek. Neil Jordan directs Angela Lansbury in Angela Carter's The Company of Wolves. Richard Chamberlain stars in The Count of Monte Cristo from 1975, directed by the criminally overlooked David Green. The border crossing drama Coyotes. The familiar sounding horror film Eyes in the Hills. A double feature of Roger Corman sleaze in space movies. First, Forbidden World with Don Wildsmith, Jesse Vint, and June Chadwick. Then Ray Walston in Galaxy of Terror with bonus exploding Aaron Moran. The Filipino horror film Haunted Forest. Ventriloquism with Jeff Dunham, Spark of Insanity. Linda Fiorentino stars with Bill Pullman and Peter Berg in John Dahl's The Last Seduction. This was one of two neo-noirs by John Dahl that got sold straight to HBO. A lot of critics thought this robbed Linda Fiorentino of an Oscar nomination for Best Actress. Not so sure of that myself, but it is a wonderfully twisted movie. From 1978, Richard Jordan and Anthony Perkins in Les Miserables. The Berlin Club Life movie, Oh Yeah, Berlin. River of Darkness, a horror thriller starring Kurt Angle, Psycho Sid Vicious, and Kevin Nash, star of Almighty Thor. Christopher Plummer is Atahualpa, and Robert Shaw is Francisco Pizarro in The Royal Hunt of the Sun from 1969. The indie comic crime thriller The Sauce. Luigi Cosi's Star Crash, starring Carolyn Monroe, Marjo Gortner, David Hasselhoff, and Christopher Plummer as another emperor of the universe. Also, Joseph Rubin's classic The Stepfather, Donald Westlake's brilliant screenplay about a serial dad, is brought to vivid life by a career-making performance from Terry O'Quinn. Rene Cardona's classic exploitation movie about cannibalism in the Andes, Survive. Gary Oldman and Teresa Russell and Nicholas Roeg's Track 29. And finally, a spoof of Italian mob movies, Welcome to Gomorrah Land.